If we may bring you in here, Andrew Heslop with the Red Cross. You did lose a staff member. Yvonne Kennedy was on the American Flight 77, crashed into the Pentagon. Are you having to use some of these techniques for staff to cope today?
Yes, Mel, we are, and of course our volunteers who worked very closely with Yvonne, particularly in New South Wales, have found that. Yvonne, in fact, led the organisation for about 25 years and was a staunch supporter of first aid training and skills and disaster preparedness. So it seems somehow ironic in talking about this today that Yvonne is the person who really encouraged, particularly the people of New South Wales, to update their first aid skills, to be prepared for a disaster when it occurs either in the workplace or close to home.
Is it? There was a CBS program shown the other night. One of the victims of a woman who'd lost her husband at Ground Zero, September 11, was saying the word closure should be banned. It doesn't apply. Do you agree with that statement, Andrew? I mean, or is there a time that people really have to say, let go and put it behind them? And is that time today?
Well, I think, as your guest, the psychologist will say, it's a process, and through any grieving process, there are stages, particularly for organisations like Australian Red Cross, who actually prepare communities and individuals to cope with a disaster and a crisis. The challenges are many, but what we have found since September 11 last year is a significant increase in the number of Australians who want to come to us to either be disaster and emergency services volunteers, to be able to help out their friends and family and their neighbours and colleagues when disaster strikes. We've also found that there's been a significant increase in the number of people who want to come and take part in our accredited first aid courses, so they can be of some use. And the other interesting and immediate response was the blood service collection centres across the country were overrun with people who wish to give blood. And of course the organisation can never have enough blood, but the challenge is to convert the people who immediately rushed in and wanted to provide assistance into long-term blood donors, so that there is always blood and blood products available during a crisis.